Hi, everyone. It's February 8th, and this is our daily team building Q&A. I'm really excited about today's question. I don't know if I should say excited, because the question, when you hear it, it's going to sound a little bit like a downer. But in reality, I am excited that this is the topic for today, for today's question, because I think it's something that every new associate encounters, or just about every new associate encounters on their journey. So I'm hopeful this will be really helpful to a lot of people. If you, before I dive into it, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and click the little bell icon, so that you're going to get notifications whenever there's new videos. We're doing these Q&A videos once a day. I want you to see when these come out. At least read the title to see if it's something you want to watch that'll be helpful for you each day. I'd encourage you to watch them. They're typically going to be pretty short, and we're going to be putting out other content on this channel as well as time goes on. Lots of notifications and updates and reviews and pointers and all kinds of stuff. And you want to just be subscribed and get the alerts when the new videos come out. So make sure to do that. And yeah, anyways, this channel is just purely for you. It's for our team, for the bigger team in general, success team, for our smaller team, and also for all of Legal Shield, anybody with the company that is actively out there trying to sell Legal Shield plans, or anybody that's considering getting into this business. If you found this video, don't hesitate to plug in with our team, get in touch with somebody on our team, and we'd be happy to show you around and show you how things work. But on to today's message. So the question that I got was from a relatively new associate. I'm not going to name, but he said, hey, good morning. Question: is there a script that you guys use? Seems my pitch isn't really working. LOL. We asked back who he was pitching to, and he responded, everybody I know. I get people that say, yeah, I'll do it, but when it comes time, yeah, no shows so far. So this is a really common theme with new associates who are very excited about their business. They're excited to get out there and sell. And they're so excited that they start doing something that we're not teaching them to do, which is to go out and pitch right away. Just jump into like going and giving a full-blown presentation to somebody about the memberships. For some of those associates, they might be doing that based on a video that they've watched about Legal Shield or ID Shield, or how to present those products. For some people, they're maybe making their own pitch. But the bottom line is that when you first get started in this business, it's very hard to just immediately go and have everybody you talk to see value immediately in these memberships. It's not that there isn't the value, it's just hard to get them to see it. Sales is a transference of belief. So if we want to transfer that belief to somebody else, we have to have that belief in the first place. And a lot of times when new associates first get started, that belief may be partially formed. And we can help as team builders, help to fully form that belief. And one of the best ways to do that is, rather than you as the brand new associate giving a full-blown presentation or pitch to people is to just strike up a regular human conversation and then ask if somebody would be willing to sit in with a meeting, sit down on a meeting with you with your new company to learn a little bit more about what it is we do, and try to get people to attend the meeting and hear a little bit more about it. Because at that meeting, when you hear people on our team like myself or somebody else that is helping you out as you're getting started in this business, as you hear them present and you hear them talk to the people that that you bring to those meetings, you'll see that we don't really pitch Legal Shield. We have conversations with people about how this might make sense for them, because honestly, it's not going to make sense for every person at every point in time. And we see tremendous value in it, and we're passionate about these memberships. But the fact of the matter is, there's not every single person is going to immediately feel like they need it for themselves. They're going to see that there's value there, but they're going to maybe think that's for a different version of themselves, a previous version, a future version, or maybe a version of themselves that will never exist, never has existed until it does, until they do need it because something happens and they think back about that time that they had a conversation with you or with your team in a meeting about these memberships. So rather than racing out and going and giving a pitch or a presentation to every person that you know, let's consider getting them some more information by having them sit in a meeting or even sharing a website with them that will just give them some basic information and then following up with them from time to time. That's number one. Number two, we need to be also, in addition to getting a broader message out there to everybody about Legal Shield, everybody we know, so they know that this exists, and starting that conversation so that when it does make sense for them that they can move forward. We also should look specifically for people who are very likely to need it now. And those type of people, when you find them, those conversations don't need to be a general pitch or presentation about all of the benefits and features of Legal Shield or ID Shield. They can be more tailored to that individual and what they're going through at that point, that station in life that's causing us to think that this person might be somebody who is more likely to need it at the moment. For instance, if I talk to somebody who just had their first child recently, and there's a good chance they don't have a will because 70% of Americans don't, I would want to focus on how we can help them get a will done and not have to break the bank to do it. They have a brand new child. They probably have a lot of expenses related to that, but they want to protect that child in case something happens to them. And they probably know that. They recognize that. They probably would get a will done very quickly if they knew that they could do it in a way that was going to be convenient to them, not expensive, and was also going to be reliable. So when we talk to somebody who might be in that situation, we can just focus on that thing that they might need right now and how a membership can help them get that. And then once they see the value in doing that and they are getting a membership set up, we can go over the other features and help them with other ways they can use their membership and protect their life. We don't need to go down a laundry list of all the benefits of a plan and try to hope that one of those sticks and jumps out at every person that we talk to. We can actually find the people who are very likely to need one because of something that's going on in their life like that. Another example would be somebody who's got a teenage driver or multiple teenage drivers, or somebody who drives like a teenager and gets a lot of tickets. They could very, very much benefit from one of the features of Legal Shield, and that they could have unlimited traffic court representation for any tickets that don't involve drugs or alcohol, any moving violations that don't involve drugs or alcohol, all the way through trial, and help keep points off their license whenever that's possible, and help avoid having to take time off work to go to court to try to contest tickets that they feel are unfair, or help avoid having to go to court by a court that mandates you going to court instead of just sending in your ticket and paying for it. You can have an attorney go on your behalf and it never costs you any extra money. Well, these are all features of the plan and benefits of having a Legal Shield membership that might appeal to that person who gets a lot of tickets, but to the person who's never had a ticket in their life, there's no real point in spending a lot of time talking about that, because that's not helping your pitch. It's actually hurting you in that person's mind, because you're building up the value of this as being for somebody other than them when you're going over those features. Same thing with being able to get a divorce handled by Legal Shield if it can remain uncontested throughout the entire matter. That's something that may be very appealing to some people right now. There's very likely someone in your life, because majority of people who get married end up getting divorced. Very likely somebody in your life who that's at least somewhere on their radar. And if we find that person and we talk to them about just being prepared in case it does get to that point, and having talked to an attorney and having your ducks in a row for if something like that happens, that's of tremendous value to that person. But it's not necessarily a value to a single person who isn't even thinking of getting married. And so we don't need to go over all of these benefits with every single person. We don't need to pitch everything about the membership in order to sell it. I hope that this video is helpful. The key to this is kind of making different categories of people that we're going to talk to and about how we're going to talk to them. One category of people that we know we want to talk to right away and get them to a meeting so that they can learn more, because we want them to be amongst our first sales. They're our biggest supporters, our biggest fans, the people that we want to count on if we need a favor. Those people, let's get them to a meeting, because at that meeting, you'll be able to do a lot more effective job at conveying the value to them when you have somebody on your team helping you do that. And the second category of people will be people who are nearly in that group, but maybe we're not so sure that they would take a meeting, or maybe we ask them to a meeting and they won't, who we can share a video with. Well, could you take a look at a 2.5 minute video that just kind of shows you what our company does? Because I love your feedback. It mean the world to me if you'd take a look and give me your feedback. For those, we just share a video. We're not giving a pitch. So neither of those first two groups are we giving a pitch. And then the third group is more people who we already know off the top of our head, or we've seen on Facebook, or we've seen somewhere out there in the world that they have a specific need for a membership. And maybe they're dealing with identity theft already, or have recently. They're trying to repair their credit from it, or they have one of these other issues I've talked about in the video. Those people are kind of in a special category where we want to have a conversation about one aspect of the membership that can specifically help them because of what station they're at in life right now, what's going on in their real world, because they will immediately see the value in it. If they're about to have to go through a divorce process, they're immediately going to see the value in being able to talk to an attorney without having a meter running on how much they're going to have to pay that attorney, without having to put down $10,000 up front just to ask about the divorce process. A person who is getting lots of traffic tickets and is worried that the next one is going to cost them their license, that person's going to see the value when we talk to them about unlimited traffic court defense. And we don't need to sell everything in the plan to these people that fit into that category. We can help you close those sales as well. Just make a list of them and then get in touch with the person who's helping you in this business to put it together a plan on how to reach out to them, what to say, how to get them to a meeting, or how to get in front of them and sell them on the benefit that you want to sell them on. Hope that this video is helpful. We really want to engage on more ways in which we can get things done at the beginning. We have lots of ideas, lots of things that work. The fact of the matter is just about any plan that you really put together will work. It's just a matter of sticking to it and doing it enough. And we want to put together a plan that's going to get you there quickest. But all that starts with just having that conversation with us about where we're going to go next. So make sure to open up a line of communication with somebody on your team to help get you to where you want to go. We call that a game plan. Love to have a game plan meeting with you in the near future, and so would the rest of your support team. But let's figure out where that next sale is going to be. Let's organize people into the correct categories, make sure we're getting to them with the right mode of communication and with the next goal in mind. The goal isn't necessarily sell a plan to that first group who are just trying to get to a meeting. The goal is to get them to a meeting. The group that we're just going to try to get up to a website, the goal isn't to sell them a plan right now. The goal is to get them to take a look at a website and interact with you about it afterwards. The goal in that third group isn't to sell them a plan. It's to kind of go over the problem that they may be facing and see if there's some value to them in having a membership so that they can have a solution to that problem right away. But the bottom line is none of this really happens without interacting with us. We've been there. The people who have been doing this can help you tremendously. So make sure to plug in with us and we'll help you get the results you're looking for, as long as you just stick with it and really make yourself 100% coachable. Thanks for the time and watching this video. Most of these videos, these daily Q&As won't be quite this long, but I thought that this one was really worth spending a few extra minutes on. I hope everybody's having a great day. Look forward to talking to you soon.